Bear with me here because I'm about to go on a lot of tangents gushing about Stars Aligned. It's been quite extraordinary to see, but every season this year we've had a new original anime that seems to have a revolutionary message targeted at young adolescents about how to mature in society. In spring we had the spectacular show Sarazanmai, which delivered a very strong message on friendship, connection, and butt stuff that comes with it. A surface level analysis of that show's aesthetic, it's basically a big fuck you to corporations like Amazon. But besides that, there were definitely tons of leftist undertones. In the summer, we had Maidens of the Savage Season, which basically advocated for a student revolution, and it's honestly a show that should be added onto every sex education course. But this season, we have a very hard-hitting show in Stars Align. I really love sports anime a lot, but let's be clear, there's a lot more going on in the show than just a tennis anime. From what we've seen of the sport, it's very nice looking. I love the animation, it seems pretty fluid, but from what I've seen so far, there hasn't been much other than training, and it's mostly focused on the characters. The sport itself seems to be more to explore the team and how they connect to each other and grow. The show deals with some heavy issues, things from domestic violence to incompatibility with your parents, to bullying, to even like postnatal depression. I mean, it's gonna hit everything it seems at this point. And while I love sports anime for their gung-ho shonen attitude of aiming for the top, this one is, it's a lot more grounded. From what we've seen so far, the characters could care less about winning any major tournaments. They're literally just fighting for survival at this point. If they don't win at least one match, they're completely disbanded, so that's all that's on their mind. So I might as well just dive right into what makes this show so revolutionary. And it goes right back to the title card and basically the show's thesis. Even in an ever-changing world, only the starlit sky will not change. This show is insanely dialectical. And before I get into it, to prove that this show does have very clear leftist undertones, look no further than the scene with Mitsu drawing, where she has a Che Guevara book, and presumably a poster it seems. It heavily focuses on contradictions and things turning into their opposite. Like I said, it deals with heavy issues, such as domestic violence. The main character Maki's dad literally just comes into his apartment to steal money and beat him up. A lot of the relationships in this show are clearly shown to be strained, even though they shouldn't be. Maki's friend Toma is incompatible with his mother. From what we've seen, Toma has had trouble keeping his cool, and his mother almost seems to be scared of him in some way. But the point of the show is that none of these things should be the case. The world we live in is constantly changing, and we can strive to change it. Just because these terrible traumas afflict our characters doesn't mean that they can't change. It isn't an argument for nihilism. There is truth to the world. In our lifetime, there are going to be very few stars that burn out and we stop seeing their light in the sky. It's a material reality that their light will keep reaching us for a very long time. The show's message seems to be that if you value your friends and work towards progress, it can be achieved. We've already seen Maki helping Toma, and vice versa. There are of course people who reject progress, like Maki's father. In one scene in particular, Maki's father seized his racket and started talking about the jump motto, asking what were those things again? Friendship, effort, what was the last one? In this moment, his father completely forgot the last element of victory, because he had already given up. He went on about how his DNA was inferior because of him, and proceeded to smash his racket against the ground. Monsters like these are the ones who reject progress. Each of the characters in the club has their own personal conflict, and the team is about coming together and solving those. They don't know how to handle each other for the most part. There's Itsuki, for example, who has scars on his back, who can't change in the same room, and they don't know exactly how to handle him. He's a bit more out there, hitting people over the head things, and they just kind of go with it. They're like, yeah, that guy deserved it. So it's not like they know exactly how to handle this guy, but they try their best. And there's Maki, who Toma has to help out, like I said earlier. I don't personally relate to that kind of struggle, but it does happen, and it does make me concerned for other people here. The world is ever changing, but if there's one thing that won't change, likely it's your friends and your support. Perhaps it does change in some way. As the saying goes, you never cross a bridge twice, but when you look back, those relationships will probably always be positive. You might change your position on the earth, but you're still going to look up and there's still going to be a starlit sky. But yeah, this is just an impression video, so I'm very curious where this show goes, and maybe I'll have some more coherent thoughts that I can write down later. Not exactly sure. Let me know what you think about the show in the comments, or if you like this rambly style video. And I'm uploading this on Thanksgiving weekend, so yeah, I feel like this is a rambly video, that's alright, because a holiday, so, gotta take my time, relax, enjoy the turkey. And since the biggest theme of our channel that I want to go forward with, it's gratitude, so I like that. Thanksgiving, so I have a lot to be thankful for. I mean, I wish things were going a bit better, but, I'm pretty optimistic. Got that shonen mentality of keep growing, so, we'll get there eventually. Thank you.